Top 10 cheapest states to live in America in 2020. When it comes to living with some financial flexibility in the US, it really does come down to location, location, location. The average cost of living does vary considerably depending on the state that you choose to reside in. Today, we're going to be looking at the top 10 cheapest states to live in America for 2020. We're going to be using the Standard Cost of Living Index, which will include the average cost of taxes, food, healthcare, and housing. Now, don't get me wrong, if you want to live the ultimate spending ability, you're going to find yourself in what many would consider less than desirable territory. But without further ado, let's take a look at the top 10. Number 10, Alabama. Right off the bat, we've got the Crimson Tide state of Alabama. Believe it or not, Alabama has some pretty great housing deals, with the average rent price being slightly less than $700 for a 2-bedroom apartment, and the average home value at a tick below $130,000. If taxes really aren't your thing, okay, let's be honest, they're nobody's thing. Alabama does have some relatively high rates of taxation. Healthcare isn't that much better either, but the cost of food ranks in the top 20 nationwide, and the living wage is right around $50,000 a year. Number 9, Georgia. Next up, we've got another southern state, Georgia. Residents of the Peach State enjoy a median income of $56,000 a year, and their homes are averaged at around $180,000 in value. If you're looking to find a nice rental, you are going to pay well below the national average in Georgia, unless you're residing in a place like Atlanta, where you'll be paying slightly above the national average. Food prices are well within the top 20 cheapest in the country, and fuel prices are relatively low, with sometimes costing less than $2 a gallon. Number 8, Kansas. If the charm of the flat Midwest is your thing, then look no further than the bargain that is Kansas. With an average income of only $41,000, you're not going to rub shoulders with the rich and famous out here, but your dollar will have some value added. The average home is slightly under $140,000 a year. Milk is dirt cheap. Seriously, have you seen how many cows are out here? Plus gas at only $1.39 a gallon, beef at $3.79 a pound, and rent costing on average $900 a month, it's safe to say that you're going to be getting quite the bang for your buck out here. Just be careful with those tornadoes, okay? Number 7, Michigan. Any state featuring a city as embattled as Detroit must be on this list. Michigan food prices are very low, as are the average housing prices. A standard 2-bedroom apartment will set you back about $900, and the median home value is just a little over $160,000. If you want to really roll the dice on an extended stay in Detroit, you could purchase a home for slightly less than $50,000. Yep, you heard that right. They're practically giving homes away. However, Michigan is home to Ann Arbor, which is one of the best small cities in the nation to live and presents a myriad of things to do. Number 6, Tennessee. Tennessee presents a tremendous bargain, if only you can tolerate country music and the occasional explosion. What, too soon? Well, look, anyway, Tennessee has no state income tax, and the average cost of food is in the top 10 in the country. The prevailing wage sits at $50,000 a year, and most cities feature an average cost of living at about 15% lower than the national average. The average price for a gallon of gas is also extremely affordable, at just above $2 a gallon. The median home cost in Tennessee right now is $165,000 a year, so if you're looking to change zip codes, you will not be breaking the bank, provided you stay out of most major cities like Memphis or Nashville. Number 5, New Mexico. The land of mountains, unpredictable weather, and methamphetamine. Wait, what? Anyway, New Mexico is an interesting state because many wealthy people have second and perhaps third homes here due to luxurious ski resorts as well as the massive amount of land available. For everyone else, utilities and the average rent, along with housing prices, are well below the national average. You can actually purchase a home for under $200,000 or even rent a 2-bedroom under $800,000. If you head a bit further south, things will become even less expensive. Stuff like healthcare, public transportation, and utilities are all lower there than the rest of the state, as well as the rest of the country. It's a nice perk if you're willing to feel a bit isolated. Number 4, misery. I am in Missouri. Missouri. Anywho, all jokes aside, you'll find some absolutely killer real estate deals here. Some cities here have 4 to 5 bedroom homes for just under $200,000. For reference, that same type of home will cost you 5, 10, or even 20 times that amount in California. Grocery prices are right outside the top 15 in affordability, and most places have a cost of living between 15 and 20% below the national average. Number 3, Oklahoma. If you were to take a quick glance at a map, you're going to see that Oklahoma is shaped like a finger pointing out west, kind of telling you to, keep on moving. Well, look, if you do end up deciding to settle down here, your wallet will thank you. Housing is in the top 5 in the nation for affordability, with the average home price sitting just above $120,000, and rent for a 2-bedroom is just a little over $700. Fuel is also incredibly cheap here relative to the national average, with gasoline sitting at a shade above $2 a gallon thanks to the many oil and natural gas jobs provided throughout the state. Grocery prices sit just outside of the top 10 cheapest, and its largest city, Oklahoma City, has an average cost of living over 15% less than the national average. Number 2, Arkansas. We've just about hit the bargain bin basement here, and next on our list is Arkansas. The average cost of rent is less than half of what is paid in most other states across the nation at around $700 a month. Median home costs will end up setting you back only a shade below $130,000. But, like some other stops mentioned on our list, you're not going to be making a whole lot of money while residing here, as the average wage sits around $50,000 a year. While the cost of food here is the 6th cheapest in the nation, utilities, healthcare, and transportation costs are also all well below national averages. Number 1, Mississippi. Hey, we finally made it to the end of our list. Mississippi presents the most affordable cost of living of all states in the union, and it's really not that close at nearly 20% below the national average. The average housing cost is the most affordable in the nation, as average housing costs, whether renting or a traditional mortgage, average to right around $800 a month. Food is a similar situation because Mississippi has the 4th most affordable grocery costs in all the land. Healthcare, utilities, transportation, and several other living expenses are also among the most affordable in the country. Predictably, you're not going to be making a truckload of money either, but relative to the cost of living, the average wage of $48,500 will go a long way. And there you have it. Those are the top 10 cheapest states to live in the United States for 2020.